Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike with Fowler Family Farm. And you guys probably recognize that vehicle right behind me if you're a subscriber to their channel. Yep, I'm over here at Brandon and Stephanie's new property. We are going to be doing a couple little chores on the farm. And while I'm here, I want to show you guys around, let you see some of the goats he's got over here, some of the little miniature horses or ponies. And I think he's got, how many pigs? Four pigs.
Yeah.
And a donkey. So
It's been a while since you've actually been out here, ain't it, Mike?
Oh yeah, let's flip this around real quick.
Know that Mike come out and actually helped us put in our water line back probably about 4 or 5 months ago, which was a great big help because a lot of this stuff we're new to. I mean, some people like that's common sense. Literally, if you haven't lived on a farm or lived around animals, you don't know that stuff. And most of the time, I know you can Google it, but I would rather just find out from one of the friends or our subscribers. So we're glad that Mike's out here and he can help us out.
Yeah, so just a little bit earlier, I was showing Brandon how to kind of tell if a goat's close to having the babies, you know, kidding out. He's got 3 or 4 over here that are pretty pregnant. I mean, they look like they're within at least a couple of weeks. So I taught him the ligament technique where you can feel around on that back end right above the tail, feel around for those ligaments. And then also, obviously, when the milk comes in, you'll be able to tell that if once that bag drops a little bit and her bag gets heavy, she's obviously getting closer to kid.
That was a lot of stuff I didn't know. So I guess we will definitely watch and learn, and I guess a lot of that too is could kind of take when you breed them too. Do you mark the date?
Yeah, you should. You should at least note the date that you put the buck in the pen with the does, and at that point, it's going to be 5 months by the time you see them breed. So.
Which I've got all the animals together, which that's what we're working on this fence is to separate the ponies, because the ponies, I've got one pony that is really aggressive against other animals. He wants all the attention, and he doesn't believe that anybody else should have any attention.
She's the nicest pony.
Yeah,
but
nice.
Just doesn't like the other animals.
She doesn't like to share.
Yeah, she don't like to share. So with you know, the goats being pregnant and stuff, getting ready to have kids, we just want to separate them to make sure, you know, nothing happens to them, you know. And then we got pigs in here too, so we're going to try to we've got one area over here which I'll take Mike over there and show him, where we're going to keep the goats, and then we'll probably keep the hogs up here and the ponies back here, and that's what we're working on now. So
what we're working on now is what, Brandon? This wire is going to do what for us?
This wire is going to separate the ponies from the rest of the animals. I've already got some of the stakes in. We did them last night, and then after we're going to put 2 strands up, and then we'll move the ponies over there.
Those stakes right there. So he has those going around in a circle, meeting back up with this same fence right here, and that's where he's going to move the ponies.
Hopefully.
Yeah, if all goes plan.
So before we get started, Mike, I'll take you over here and show you where we're going to actually put the goats. So this area here is where we're going to put the goats, in which those little stakes, they go all the way back in there and around. So what I'm doing is what I've learned is you want a clear path so you can put the fence up so it doesn't ground the electric wire.
Right.
Well, for the ones that have watched our channel, y'all know this is the area that we hunted with the kids, and there's alleys that all those big deer was coming up. I mowed those alleys down, so we're going to be using that alley, and then there's an alley over here that we walked down to our deer blind way back down there in the corner. So that kind of saved a little bit of work.
I'm already sweating.
I know, it's hot. And just think, 4 or 5 days ago, it's like 40 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, bipolar weather in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So this is the area I've got that we're going to be putting the goats in, which it starts up here and goes way down to the end. this netting that I'm using is made by Premier One. This particular netting I got from Marie, where most of all the animals came from. Well, this thing has been through a tornado. You can piece these things together and they still work. While we was at the Okie Homestead Expo, we was able to meet with one of the reps, and we told him the story in regards to the Premier One. Then we also seen all different types of fencing Premier One has. They have them for baby chicks, ducks. They got like 6 or 7 different types for horses, cows, whatever you need. This here is one that is mainly for the probably pigs and goats on up, but they make the squares a little bit smaller if you wanted to put baby chicks or something in it. So yeah, there's some really good netting.
So how many strands do you have set up here? Do you remember?
I believe altogether there's 3 strands. And I say I believe because, like I said, it's pieced together. And I'll kind of show you. I don't know which one ends are the worst. Let's walk over here. I'll show you. And like I said, we used it right up here. You can see how well they cleaned up all the brush up there. And it worked out good. And like I'm sure you got netting too, which I didn't know this at first, but you just actually link these two together to keep them hot.
Yep.
Like this right here, I've learned you don't want this and this because it's going to short it out.
Yep, that will short it out.
As you see, is like we'll come in with some more netting, and we'll tie it up.
Yep. Keep the connection there.
Keep the connection. I mean, there's no use to getting rid of it if it still works. I know it's a little rough, but yeah.
And by the way, obviously this fence is not on right now, or Brandon would be getting shocked.
Yeah. So here's one of the bad. As you see, we've pieced it together here just to reconnect. Like I say, it still works perfectly fine. As long as you got the metal touching the metal, you're good to go. And
yeah, Brandon got it tested out the other day.
Yeah, it was super hot. Like I mean, you can move these things anywhere you want. If you want to tighten it up, whichever direction, and then you just step on it and it's in the ground, you're good to go. It don't take long to move these around. See, like this in here, we'll have to come back in, and that broke, so we'll come back in and tighten it up.
Yeah, see, like last year, when I moved all my goats in the barn, I took all my Premier One fence down, and I stored it all in the barn. Well, I had a goat get out, a baby goat that was probably a week old, and he got tangled up in that netting, and I couldn't get him out. Like, I had no idea how to get him out, so I had to cut my netting.
Right.
So that's one strand of wire sitting in our barn still that's just, I don't use it because I have to repair it all.
Right.
And it's a bunch, because I cut it around him.
Right.
So it's cut, the way it was folded, it's
Maybe
cut in
over
so many
here,
different
over there.
ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of repairs to make on that. But that's one thing, if you're going to store these nets inside like a barn and you have animals in there, store it up high where they can't get to it.
I want to use this to go all the way over to the deer blind where we hunted, and
Clear all this area out.
let them eat all that. And once this gets done, I'll flip-flop this fence. Hopefully soon we get to start working with Premier One, and they send us some more netting to make some videos for them. If not, that's perfectly fine. I mean, I'll stand behind their product as it is. So I know how business goes, and like I say, this is some really good stuff. I will say they do, and I've tried some of it, they do sell some of this at Tractor Supply. Premier One is not in Tractor Supply. The stuff you see at Tractor Supply has got a real bright blue stuff, netting. And I will say at the bottom, I don't know what it is, but this string here, this keeps these wires from off the ground. The type that is at Tractor Supply, I forget the name of it. I mean, it's hard to keep them up off the ground. So keep that in mind. Sometimes it's better just to spend the extra money to get the better product.
I agree. Okay, so the first string is up. Did we have any issues at all, guys, really?
Several.
Oh, okay. So we did have issues. Okay, if you guys want to see the debacle we just went through with putting up all this string, go over and check out Brandon and Stephanie's channel, Rustic Woodworking Family. Yeah, we had a little issue. The string was all tangled up, but we have it finished. We have it up. It looks pretty good. We're going to start on the second line now. Okay, so we are pretty much finished. As you can see, it's just tight on the T-post right now, but we are going to go get some of that tubing and tie it off, and then tie it off at both ends and stretch it kind of tight. Wasn't all that hard, was it, Brandon?
No, it wasn't bad at all. Just gotta have the right stuff to complete it.
Yeah.
What are you doing, girl? Come here. Come here. Come here.
So is this going to be your first animal on the farm? Or is it going to be chickens? Actually, it's the rooster. Is that rooster still
the
here?
roosters, yeah. No, he's gone. He's gone. He lasted for about 2 weeks, though.
Yeah.
But, so I guess the first animal was the rooster. And then it went to goats, pigs. Like I said, I absolutely love these ponies. They're just so amazing.
Yeah, they are kind of cute.
Yeah. But things will go a lot better once we get our house out here, and then we can be out here more, because now we have to go into town, get the kids, come back. But so what they're going to do, our house is actually going to be built right up here on top. As you see, there's a large hill here. It'll probably come in, and they're going to probably cut off the top of it to level it out pretty good. And then from there, it should be right here in the center. Right here. Should be the center of the house.
So kind of lined up also with the driveway a little bit.
Yeah. Which we'll use that driveway. I believe our garage is going to be on this side. I can't remember after looking at the blueprints. But yeah, so it's kind of hard getting stuff done out here once you got to go back and forth.
Oh yeah. So how much longer until they actually start?
We've got a meeting the 29th with the Chickasaw Nation in Ada next week. So we're going to figure something out. So I figure any type of meeting with the house is something's getting close.
Yeah, got to be getting a little bit close.
Yeah, and then our other projects back here, which this is where Stephanie lost her rings.
Yeah. It's pretty out here.
Yeah, it is. I can't wait until...
There's no flat ground out here, really.
No.
It's all rolling hills. And you guys notice we got up on top of this hill and the wind picked up.
Yeah.
Where we were working, there's no wind at all. But it got windy up here on the top.
So we're actually building new fence over here on the side. We already put new fence on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we was doing pretty good until we lost the ring, and then we kind of lost interest in it. We've been, every time we go down here, we start looking for the ring. She found the main part. It's just the wedding band, I guess. It's going to be one of those things. We're not going to be looking for it, and it's just going to appear, I imagine.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So what's the white flags?
The white flags are the areas, they're grid searched.
So you already searched those areas?
Yeah. So basically, in between these white flags, I had a metal detector.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and forth. And then once I went all the way down, completed all these, I then went back and forth, just in case, because there was one time she did walk up here by the toolbox, and so the car was parked right here at the time. So we're just going to cover everything. Right down here is where she actually lost it. Exactly right in there. So we have ran the metal detector through here multiple times.
And the T-post was already in the ground, right?
Yeah, the T-post was already in the ground.
And
that's kind of the deal. We get back here to get ready to start working, and then
you start looking.
and then we don't get no work done. So
Have you taken the metal detector out in here?
we have went out here, which we found multiple cans.
Because if the water runs off, it looks, obviously the water runs right through here. I don't know on camera if y'all can tell,
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking
but the
about.
water drainage definitely goes right through here. So there's a chance the water would pushed it down here maybe.
I didn't think about that.
It would be funny if you just kind of found it.
It would be. It would make
See how this is all, this
Yeah.
is all water drainage issues right here. Not issues, but you can see where the water's been stacked up here.
That's the deal. She took her hand out of her pocket 2 or 3 different times,
Yeah.
and they was right here along the fence line.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to find it. Do you guys see it? Okay, guys, that's going to wrap this video up. Just helping Brandon out, doing some quick fence work. I'm actually going to shoot another video out here today, so we're going to get started on something else. You'll have to stick around and see both of them. Then make sure you go over and check out his channel, Rustic Woodworking Family, and see what kind of work they're doing out here. Keep up with what the updates are. Brandon, you got anything else?
That's it. Just come over and check us out. I think you'll enjoy what you see. Give us a chance.
Yep, and if you guys are into the police stuff, he does have a second channel.
Yes, it's called Life as a Deputy Sheriff. We do a ride-along once a week, sometimes 2, just depends.
Yep.
So pretty much all of it's live. I mean, there's no telling what's going to happen, so it's all uncensored.
All right, we'll see you guys on the next video, which will be right here. Have a good day.